This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
Today's guest is Jade King, Kung Fu master in Northern and Southern Kung Fu, business coach, and one of the key figures at Inner Access Coaching, which is a 25-year-old coaching organization that really strides and helps entrepreneurs, small business owners, professionals awaken your inner power. And he brings ancient Kung Fu wisdom into the modern world of coaching, along with helping high performers develop resilience, presence, discipline, and clarity, both in life and in business. Welcome back to the show today. How are you, darling?
I'm doing well, Jill. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. My kids and I took a little Disney trip, so we had a week vacation, which was wonderful. Sometimes you need to
Nice.
switch things
That's
up, right? To a little
absolutely.
stuff like that inspires change. And I know
Yeah.
last time you gave us 15 different fresh ideas that really inspire change and take action. So today you're going to be back with us today. So enjoy the ride, everyone. We're going to talk
Oh,
more about consistent, meaningful action. And you also coined the 100 Days of Action Challenge designed to spark transformation and empowerment. We'll get to that
absolutely.
as well. So first and
Sure.
foremost, introduce
Sure.
yourself to our listeners. Thank you.
Sure, sure. So, as you said so eloquently, my name is Jade King, and I am a Kung Fu master training in Northern and Southern style Shaolin Kung Fu, and I've been doing that for like 30 plus years. So now everybody's asking, wait a minute, you're a Kung Fu master. What are you doing coaching? Well, the reason for that is I saw there was a need for helping individuals really transform themselves internally as well as externally, using the wisdoms of Kung Fu. So that's how I start using my practices in coaching based on the Kung Fu wisdom. And I've seen great success with that. And it's been just been very, very, very rewarding for me. And I love what I do. I really do.
Beautiful. Well, I'm excited to find out more about these
Sure.
action challenges. What
Uh,
is this all about?
like you said last time, I gave some 15 fresh ideas to inspire change and take action.
Yeah.
And today I want to go a little deeper now, more like 100 days of action challenge. Really, just basically what it is designed to spark transformation and empowerment. So it's 100 days, but it's broken down to 10 weeks, right?
Okay.
So within each week, there's going to be a core focus
Okay.
and an example of the action. So I like to go through that, and hopefully I have time to go through all of them. So starting off, we have week one, right? Week one is awareness and clarity. So the theme behind that is knowing yourself, and get real about where you are and who you are. And the core focus of that is recognizing the mental patterns. So
Okay.
when I talk about mental patterns, I'm talking about the negative self-talk,
Okay.
the I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not worthy, right? Also, people pleasing, basically I can't say no because they'll be upset, things like that. And most importantly is fear of judgment. What will they think of me? So we want to recognize these mental patterns, right? And then we're going to cultivate self-honesty and conscious awareness, right? That's the core focus. So the examples of the actions for this is basically, do a trigger tracker. What
Okay.
that means basically, what situations pull you out of peace? What takes you out of your center? So be aware of that, right? And take a note. Another is, ask three people you trust to describe your strength and your blind spot. That's important, because you need honest people to tell you, about yourself, right? And last but not least is to do a 24-hour self-observation. Just watch your thoughts and your reactions. So that would be week one, awareness and clarity. Now, week two, right? Basically talks, the theme here is stretch your limits, do what scares you, and show up like a warrior. So
Yeah.
this week is basically about courage and boldness, right? And the core focus there is to step into your fear rather than
Okay.
avoid it, right? Face resistance, because sometimes people are afraid of resistance, or face it, right? And activate your voice, your body, and your truth, right? In that type of energy. So some of the examples of the action for this one is record a video sharing your story and post it,
Yeah.
right? Another is have a conversation that you've been avoiding,
Yes.
right? And next is go somewhere, someplace new alone, right? And another is commit to a bold goal. Whatever that goal is, commit to it. So when you start doing this, you start building your courage and your boldness, right? For that week. That's week 2, right? Week 3, my favorite, right? As you know, being a kung fu practitioner and master, week 3 talks about discipline and structure,
Yep.
right? So the theme here is to build your foundation,
Okay.
create create systems that support your future self,
Okay.
right? And the core focus for that one is replace excuses with rhythm,
Okay.
right? I'll go into what that means in terms of the example of the actions, right?
Uh-huh.
Create structure that brings freedom, okay? And the other one is treat discipline as devotion and not punishment. So
Ah.
one of the key examples of action for these core focuses is what is
Yeah.
for one is, well, like I mentioned before, replace excuses with rhythm.
Okay.
One example of action is pick one habit to
Mm-hmm.
commit daily, right? It could be exercise, it could be journaling, it
Okay.
could be meditation, it could be running, it could be breath work, yoga. Just pick one habit and commit to that daily, right?
Okay.
Next is set a time block for focus work.
Okay.
Honor it. Focus work could be journaling, it could be meditation, it could be visualization, it could be cooking. That's focus work, right? And honor it, right? Next is lay out, tomorrow's clothes, food, or schedule before bed. So
Mm-hmm.
lay out the next day's events, whatever that is. It could be, like I mentioned before, prepare for the next day, right? So that's important because you're
Okay.
creating structure for yourself, right? And the other one is create, which is very important too, is create a no matter what non-negotiable for your day,
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh,
right?
I always say I'm going to, but I let the kids get in the way. You
You're
are
right.
correct. I have to keep those boundaries. Yes.
Absolutely, because once you do that, you're building your foundation, and you're creating a system that supports yourself, your future self, and that
Wow.
system is based on discipline and structure. So that's
Wow.
week 3, right? That's week 3, right? So week 4 is energy and embodiment,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the theme for this week is basically awakening your body, aligning your energy, and move like you mean it, right? So the core focus for that is one, get out your head, right? Too many people, we're in their head sometimes, most of the
Yeah.
time. Start getting into the body, right? Cultivate breath, yoga, qigong, you know, cultivate movement, exercise, running, cycling, jumping up and down, dancing. And also what's important too, stillness, being still, you know, um, being aware of that stillness.
Yeah.
All these things are will be considered your power tools because you're basically empowering yourself with those tools that will benefit you, right? And one other thing is train your nervous system to handle more flow and pressure, right? And the way we do
Mm-hmm.
that is by exercise. When you
Ah.
exercising, you're training your nervous system,
Mm-hmm.
right? The running, the weightlifting, the swimming, the
Walking,
jumping.
walking, walking.
Yeah, the walking. Absolutely. Absolutely. So one of the examples of action for this one is like, do 5 minutes of movement, you know? Do 5 minutes movement you could be considered dancing. yoga, walking, right? As you mentioned, right? Or any type of movement, right? Next is, if you don't haven't done that, take some yoga classes to allow you to practice breathing because yoga is good for that. Yeah. Next, dance for one song with full expression. Dancing is very good for the nervous system, right? And last is scan your body from head to toe to release the tension. So these are the examples, of the action steps for, energy and embodiment. So
Okay.
that's week 4.
Wow. Okay.
Now, week 5, right,
Sure
is
do.
alignment and boundaries, right? So the theme for that one is saying no with power.
Okay.
Saying not yo, saying yes to what's true, and
Yeah.
clear the clutter, right? Clear the clutter,
Clear the clutter. Oh, that's what
right?
I'm doing.
So the core focus for that one is, protect your energy first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost, right? Next, let go of what's not aligned to you,
Okay.
habits, people, expectations, right? And,
Yeah.
and the next one is create a space for the right things to enter.
Okay.
That's the clearing the clutter kind of aspect, right? And the examples of the action for this one is sometimes this is going to be hard for people, right? So I'm going to say it anyway. Is to unfollow 10 accounts that no longer inspire you. 10 accounts in
Ooh.
your social media, right?
Yeah.
Say no to something just because it drains you,
Oh, yeah.
right? Okay. Next, identify one energy leak in your life, whatever it is. Identify it. Energy leak could be too too much of no balance. That's an energy leak, right? When you have balance, the energy is flowing. If it's unbalanced, is a leakage. So you're gonna find it and fix it, right? Whatever that is,
Yeah.
right? And then create a list for yourself of what I'm done tolerating. That's
I like
important
that.
because
I
that
like
that
that.
allows that allows you to align in boundaries, align with yourself in setting certain boundaries. I remember you mentioned you want to set some boundaries for your kids. So
Yes.
this would be much aligned to that. Okay? So that's week 5, right? Week 6, right, is purpose and vision. Now the theme here is to remember why you're here. Align with your deeper calling. Right. So the core focus for this one is, clarify your long-term vision,
Okay.
whatever that is. Clarify it, right? Take bold steps, align with that calling, right? And anchor into your unique contribution. And the examples of action for this one is, write your life mission in 10 words or less, right? Create a vision board or a mind map of your future,
Yeah.
right? And and share your message in a short
Um,
video or post,
yeah.
right? And another example of action is reach out to someone who could help you grow your purpose.
Mm. I love it. And sometimes we cannot do this alone. And we
No,
get stuck. You can't. You can't. You need someone to help motivate, to inspire, and especially those that have plenty of years of experience, like yourself, Jade. My goodness.
absolutely. And
Right?
that's why I'm here. Exactly. That's why I'm here, right? To be that guide, right? So exactly what you said. Another, that was week 6, purpose and vision. Week 7, contribution and connection. The theme here is give, serve, build bonds that uplift and expand you.
Mm-hmm.
So the core focus for that one is move from self-centered
Mm-hmm.
to service-centered.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Next
right.
is build relationships that reflect your evolution,
Okay.
right? And uplift others as part of your own growth. And that's what I'm doing here,
Ah.
right? I'm uplifting others as part of my own growth, right? So the examples of action for this is that perform one anonymous act of kindness. No one
Mm-hmm.
needs to know, right? Perform one anonymous act of kindness. Next one, mentor or help someone who reminds you of your younger self,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's why I teach martial arts, right? That's why I teach, right? Next, host or join a
Yep.
conversation circle or group call. That's why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm here, right? And
Love it.
you're excellent for that, right? I give you kudos just for that.
Thanks.
and and next is thank someone who shaped your path. We forget that, right?
We
So
do.
we forget that. And that's
Yes.
and that's part of week 7, contribution and connection,
Wow.
right? So the next one, week 8, right? Healing and release. Now, the theme here is to let go, forgive, release what keeps you bound, right? So the core focus here is shed shame, guilt, and resentment. Shed it, right? Next, forgive self. Remember, forgive self. I didn't say others.
Yeah.
That comes next. Forgive self and others, right? Forgive yourself first and then others. People
Mm-hmm.
don't do that. People don't do that, right? And next, feel and release the stored emotional weight, right? So the examples of actions for this is one, write a letter to someone you need to forgive. Now, you don't
Mm-hmm.
have to send it. You don't have to send it. You can if you want. You don't have to send it, right? But you write a letter because what that does is you basically doing it for yourself,
I like
right?
this.
Next, burn or bury a list of things you're letting go of,
Ooh.
right? Now, if you have a place to burn it, fine, you can do that. If you don't, throw it away or bury it or donate it, okay? Next, which is important, is learn, take yoga to practice breath work
Yeah.
for emotional release. Yoga is
Okay.
good for that, right? Any type of breath movement like yoga, qigong, kung fu, that helps with the emotional release. So start practicing breath work, right? And
Mm-hmm.
also, most important is do a digital detox.
I did that. Oh, it was 3.5 weeks off social media. I just went back on. Feels
Yes,
so amazing.
yes, yeah,
Really amazing.
yeah. So I'm glad you said. So do a full digital detox, like Jill mentioned, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month, and just have a silent day for yourself,
Yeah.
right? That does wonders for you. And that's week 8 in the healing and releasing aspect of yourself,
Yeah.
right? Week 9, the theme here is to is master, or actually week 9 is about mastery and flow, right? And the theme for this one is, trust your rhythm, move with intuition, and lead yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the core focus for this one is embody the skills and lessons that you've built.
I like that.
Okay, next
Mm-hmm.
is learn to act from inner wisdom, not outer noise.
Okay.
Right? So for some people it's difficult, but once you start doing that with practice and guidance, it's easy,
Yeah.
right? Because the inner wisdom is silent, it's peaceful,
Mm-hmm.
right? The outer noise is chaotic and loud. So you got to learn to know the difference. And I just shared the difference of what it is just now, right? And one other, which is important, is create a unique way of doing things, whatever that is. It could be taking a different route than you usually take, right? It's also, making eggs differently during the morning instead of doing the same way. Instead of boiling, you want to scramble and scramble. Things like that. Create a unique way of doing things. You know, that also builds into your mastery and flow at week 9.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, week 10 is integration and becoming. So we're taking everything from week 1 to 9, and now we're going to integrate them, right? And the theme for that is becoming the better version of you
Mm-hmm.
who lives all of this, right? Embody the upgrade,
I love it.
embody the transformation.
Yep.
So one of the core focus for that, well, a couple of core focuses for this one is reflect and anchor what you've learned within those 9, 10 weeks, right? Next, embody the new normal because everything's gonna be new to you now. It's gonna not gonna be the same. It might be a little scary, but it's not gonna be the same. So
Yep.
embody that, right? Next, celebrate, 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 celebrate the transformation.
Ah.
Right? Celebrate because you are going to transform. And one of the few of the key examples of action was is this: one, record a video and write a reflection. Who am I now? Right? Next, celebrate yourself with bath, with nature, with movement, with silence, exercise, partying, whatever it is, celebrate yourself, right? Yeah, another one is create a new routine that reflects the version of you of who you've become. Okay? And next, rinse and repeat. Make a commitment to your next 100 days, right? Your next 10 weeks. And you keep doing it over and over again. You keep doing it over and over again. So if you start committing to this for 100 days, I'm not talking about perfection, right?
Okay.
I'm talking about consistent, honest effort, right? You will not be the same person at the end of it, right? If you take one intentional action every day, right? If you face yourself, move your body,
Aw.
speak your truth, break the old patterns, and reclaim your energy, I guarantee you, and I mean it, I deeply, sincerely mean it, your mindset will change. Your confidence will rise. Your life will start moving like in a direction that reflects who you truly are.
Yep.
Right? Now, this isn't like a motivational high. No, this is not it. It's practical, powerful transformation process. And if you show up for it, for real, for real, for real, you will look back 3 months from now and start saying to yourself, wow, that was the beginning of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go another 100 days. Let's go another 10 weeks. Let's go.
Yeah.
So these are my 100-day challenge,
Yeah.
right? You do that for those 10 weeks, yo, you see. I guarantee it. I guarantee it.
I love it. And
Thank you.
it's, I mean, I love hearing, we still have a few more minutes left. If you
Sure,
just want to,
sure,
do you want to
sure.
share one of the stories how you helped someone transform with this?
Well,
I mean, there's
yeah,
many people, I'm sure, but if
yeah,
you,
absolutely. Because I have one of my clients is a writer,
okay.
right? And this particular client does a lot of web series, things like that, right? And other interesting projects, of a creative nature. And this particular client was doubting, you know, themselves. They didn't believe that they had the ability or the skill or the power to create. So I worked with them, and I did these principles for 10 weeks. That's as I outlined it to you,
Yeah.
right? And the key element is being consistent. So within within like 4 weeks, this person had an offer for a
Wow.
big uh, production company, huge offer, Huge. And this person was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't stop there because remember, we had a couple more weeks to go. And it was continuing. And more opportunities started coming because that person started believing in themselves
Yeah.
and their mindset change. See, I'm using these principles like I always use when I teach Kung Fu to my students.
Yeah.
The only difference is we're not punching or kicking. We're not doing 100 push-ups. We're doing 100 push-ups in the mind, in the discipline, taking action every day. That's the key here. Once you take action every day and you do it weekly, you will see changes. And one of the things that's important that you have to be accountable for this, right? And that's where I come in. I come in for the accountability. I say, "Hi, how
Darn
you doing?
right.
How's it going? Why are you not doing this? Okay, let's go back to this. Let's go. To a point where like, okay, JK, I get it, okay. But this is gonna help. And then once they realize that, oh, forget it, the road opens up. Wealth, abundance,
Mm-hmm.
prosperity. I have a lot of other stories with that. And they all are coined with just being committed to change yourself from the inside out.
Yeah.
And not giving into the negative thought like I can't do this, or what would they think of me, or
Mm-hmm.
I can't say no, they'll be upset, or I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. That's just negative talk. That's just the mind patterns
Yep.
that we program ourselves over and over again, and that keeps us small. I don't believe in being small. I believe in being big.
Mm-hmm.
I bring that big energy to everybody who wants to become big, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you here, doing so much. Jade King, let's talk a little bit about how we can contact you and how we can get
Sure,
started to work with you
sure,
like this.
sure,
Thank
sure.
you.
Yeah. I could be reached at 718-897-2949. And my website is www.interaccess.net. Also, if you want to schedule a complimentary wish fulfill coaching session, click on schedule a call on the website. It's totally complimentary.
And the website is?
www.interaccess.net. One word.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure
Very
having you,
welcome.
Jade, and looking forward to the next time we connect once again. Get in touch,
Absolutely.
get transformed, start living your best life. It is possible. And again, yeah, you need to rely on others sometimes. You can't always take the reins yourself. We like to try. And then guess what? Most of the time, you're going to fail. I'm going to be honest. I've tried myself and I've done my own help. So we all need help at some point in our life. So Jade King, our Kung Fu Master Business Coach, thank you so much for being here.
Very
Inner
welcome.
Access Coaching, reach out and we'll chat next week. Thank you.
All
Bye.
right, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye, Ed.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.